in the elements and in our body. Dark Mother, bless our lives with your knowledge and love. I am the dragon of the earth who hold the lamp where you are. I am the guardian of the goddess, and by the earth that is her body, this circle is cast. I am the dragon of the air who communicate your prayers to the goddess, and by the air that is her breath, this circle is cast. I am the fire dragon, the power of your will, the element bringing light to the cauldron of the Dark Mother. And by the fire that is her spirit, this circle is cast. I am the dragon of the water, the ancient holy well in where you can heal your past and future lives. And by the water that is her blood of the goddess, this circle is cast. This circle is cast. Blessed be.
And as we all take a deep breath, and land in the here and now, I invite you to send the red thread of your heart's blood, of your heart's whispers, of your pulse, down through the root of your body, down through the earth, through the house you're sitting on, in, and deeper, down through the grass, into the earth, a red thread, passing the crystals and stones, and you pass the seeds waiting to be reborn. And you go deeper, hearing the pulse beat of the earth, your red thread going ever deeper and connecting to the red thread of the world, the thread of the earth, and connecting to the earth root. And as you go deeper, you hear the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And you hear the heartbeat of the earth herself. And you feel your heartbeat connecting to the heartbeat of the world. And on that sound, you travel back, up the red thread, up, past the crystals, past the dragon caves, past the dragon's eggs, up into your body, where the two heartbeats meet and mingle. And then send a silver thread up, past your third eye, up through your crown, up into the air, following a song going past, higher up into the sky, passing the clouds, passing the atmosphere, up to where the sky goes dark and the stars fill it. And you hear the singing on this silver thread, and it is the song of your star, the star where your silver thread leads. And you connect to your star energy, and you bring this song as you go back on your silver thread, back to where you see the earth as a beautiful blue dot in space, And this is the star that calls you home. Come back to the earth. Follow the silver thread down to your pulse. And you go back, come back into the atmosphere. Come back to your body, through the crown, into the third eye, and into your heart, where your silver song meets your red pulse. And you take a deep breath. You are here. You are in the circle. You are home. Blessed be.
Sisters and brothers, in your mind's eye, please turn with me to the southeast as we welcome Cerridwen Kin, goddess of love, in this beautiful, loving season of Beltane. We can feel the juicy, beautiful energies out there as life bursts anew. At this time, Cerridwen, please teach us love for others, but love for ourselves. Let us be kind to ourselves as we try to be kind to others. And let us look and see the divine in each other, because if we see the divine in each other, we can learn to give unconditional love. Cerridwen Kin, we breathe your loving energy deep into our hearts. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of love. And we breathe your loving energy into our center. Blessed be.
Please turn with me in your mind's eye to the southwest. Croeso, Cerridwen, Creatrix, dark mother from whose womb Arwen was born. You are the nurturing mother that holds us in your cauldron of plenty. If we have the courage to step inside as our authentic selves, into your depths, the many layers of dark, to find within the reflection of you. For you are our center, you are our mother, our teacher and our guide. We honor you tonight, Cerridwen, and ask that you wrap us in your cloak of love and protection. Surround each one of us as we step forward to bring you into the world. We breathe your nurturing energy in with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen, dark mother of us all, and we bring your energy into our center. Blessed be.
Please turn with me in your mind's eye to the northwest. Croeso, Cerridwen, Initiatrix, Mistress of transformation, of death and rebirth. Lady, you're with us as we plunge to the very depths of the cauldron. You're with us as we swirl around in confusion. You're with us as we break through the surface of the water, blinking and uncertain, knowing that a great change has come about. And through all of that, Lady, you hold our hands and you bring about the transformation that we seek. Lady, help us to open our hearts to this. We breathe your transformative energy in with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen, Initiatrix. We bring your energy to our center. Blessed be.
In your mind's eye, please turn with me to the northeast. Falche Cerridwen, glich Boreanach, Cerridwen Suanraig. The Lady of Healing, the Lady of the Plants. And as we walk through your sacred Isles of Avalon, you reveal to us your gifts of the plants, the healing plants, the nurturing trees, the trees that give us wisdom and energy. Connecting with your plant spirits to aid us in our everyday healing. We breathe your healing energy in with gratitude. Hail and welcome Cerridwen Kin. And we bring your energy into our center. Blessed be.
In your mind's eye, please turn with me towards the center. Croeso Cerridwen of the center and spirit, there you stand, so beautiful, with outstretched arms and sparkling eyes, in the deep cave of wisdom, knowledge, and unconditional love. Patient and unwavering, before you, your magical cauldron, releasing precious steam of transformation as an eternal offering to those who have learned to see in the darkness, who have learned their lessons, who have found you. There you stand together with the ancestors and sages. You inhabit the cosmic womb with all your magical being. You embody the mystery of life and death. Our hearts open to you like flowers. Deeply connected to you, we breathe in your energy with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of death and rebirth, Cerridwen of the center.
Rebirth.
Blessed be. And now let's chant the sound of Owen 3 times. Take a deep breath.
Dragon of water, we welcome you on this night. We welcome you into our circle. We welcome you in the name of Cerridwen. You who are the keeper of the wells, you who are in the wells of the sacred waters of our ancestors, you hold those ancestral gifts that were thrown into the water, offered to the gods. You watch over them. You know our wishes. You know the wishes of our ancestors. You know their offerings to the deep, and you guard them as your own. You bring your energy and power to us. All we need to do is ask. You are there in the mighty, mighty rivers of the earth, known as the rainbow serpent, where I come from, but by many other names elsewhere. Your energy crisscrossing across the landscape. You are mighty and powerful. You fly through the heavens, creating the storm clouds on high. Your breath is the mist. Your tail which frenzies the storms and brings the rain to the earth. The maidens of old knew your name, protector of the dragons, protector of the wells, protectors of those who cared for the water. We ask you to rise up and join with us, we who are also protectors of the waters. We who are of the goddess care for the waters of the land, and in so caring, we honor the spirit of you, dragon of water, and we ask for your assistance and your strength. We ask that you join us in this circle tonight, that you bring your power and your energy to us, for you are strong, but you are fierce and you are protective, as are we. We will help to protect the waters, if you will join with us. You who are in the tears of a woman, If only we could see the strength in our tears, we would see your strength reflected back in us. Your essence is inside our very womb. If only we can see and ask. You who are an ally to all who honor the goddess. Dragon of water, we ask that you join us on this night. We bring your strong, watery energy into the center. Hail and welcome, Dragon of water.
Dragons of the earth, Dragadear, welcome. Please enter our circle. Come to us. Come join us, you mighty dragon of the earth, you whose body is firm and steadfast under us. You who live in the land and on the land we walk on. You who can make your presence known to us wherever we are. We ask that you come to us where we are, in the shape that you are on the land we live on. Come to us with the rocks. Come to us with the crystals, with the beautiful garnets, with the crystals that hold powers of healing, with the crystals that hold powers of clarity. But come show us the riches that you hold, you who keep the treasures of the world, you who hold the treasures of the underworld, the treasures underground. You who move in the caves and caverns, you who truly own the treasures of the lands, you who own all the riches, the minerals, the ores, everything that men out of their greed try to grab hold of. Teach us to come not with greed, but with gratitude. O dragons of the earth, you also hold the treasures of the seeds that lie dormant in the earth before they are reborn, before they are born and spring into life. Dragons of the earth, keepers of life, who hold us between death and rebirth. You who hold the treasures of life in your hands, in your loving embrace. Come join us. Come, be with us. Show us what it is to truly honor the earth, to truly love the earth. Teach us gratitude, not greed. Come, dragon of the earth, and be with us in our circle and in our lives. Come, Croeso, and we bring you into the circle. Blessed be.
Mm.
My deepest apologies, brothers and sisters. I just got the message that you did not hear, so we're going to repeat it. Thank you for your patience and your love.
Croissant, our dear dragons of the air, we call to you, Zerris, guardians of the skies, the
They do
wind,
have the sound, we don't have the video.
sweet breeze. We feel your presence in your palace of majestic clouds, wings soaring high above us, surrounding us with protection, showing us the way to freedom. We hear your wisdom, your breeze, guiding us and showing us how to live in peace and harmony with the air around us. Hail and welcome, dragons of the air. We breathe your energy and bring it to a center. Blessed be.
Kirsty, can you unmute yourself, please? Thank you, sister.
Falcha na hair skia hawka chena, dragon of fire. I welcome you to this space to join our brothers and sisters. The dragon that brings us warmth, brings desire, creativity in this time of Kalon Mai. The dragon who ignites our very core, our determination, our courage and strength. That fire, that burning passion of fire, bringing that into our space, igniting the lands, bringing that life back to the world, keeping us warm when it's cold, giving us those desires, igniting our creativities, our passions, protecting us when we feel scared, and allowing us to rebirth ourselves, igniting ourselves, rising from the ashes as we journey through our lives. Hail and welcome, Naherskia Hakachena, dragon of fire. And I bring your energy into our center. I welcome you into our center. Great dragon of fire. Blessed be.
Oh, hello. Come in, come in. I'm so glad you're here. Sit down. Would you like the story? Yes, great. I've just the one for you. It's about a boy who stood up to a king and it's got dragons in it. Imagine. Oh, hello. Come in, come in. I'm so glad you're here. Sit down. Would you like a story? Yes, great. I've just the one for you. It's about a boy who stood up to a king and it's got dragons in it. Imagine if you were the court of a great king, or to get into the sense, in a land we now know as kingly. No. Before the king of a great hall stands a small boy. was small for his age, scrawny in ragged clothes, with dirty bare feet that leave marks upon the king's floor. Now you may think that a boy so small must tremble in fear to stand before a great monarch, but not our boy. He stands tall as a lion, chin lifted, boldly looking the king in an area where grown men would rather bow their heads. "What's your name, boy?" asks the king. "Nilfgaard Emrys," answers the boy. Vortigern looks at the boy, and the boy looks at Vortigern. "I know why you have brought me here," the boy shouts. "Pertinent lad," shouts Vortigern. "You want to sacrifice me and spread my blood on that mountain," shouts the boy. The king glares at his men, asking who told him. For the boy had been brought under the pretence of being a kitchen. "They didn't tell me," says the boy. "I have the foresight, see. There are things that I know and no one can hide them from you." "Okay, lad, so why are you here then?" "You want to build a mighty fortress, but it won't stay built because it keeps falling down." King looks at his men, shouting, "Is someone talking in their sleep?" "No," says the boy, "I already told you I have the foresight. I am half human and half fae. I have a human mother and a fae father. I'm not like any other boy." King looks at the boy again. "Aren't you going to ask me why your fortress won't stay built?" "Engineer are we now, boy?" answers Vortigern. "I've told you." "I know, you have the foresight," cries the king. Emrys smiles for himself. "It's because of the dragons." "What dragons? Where? Who has not told me about the dragons?" The king looks to his magician. "I'll say there was something in the stone, but they weren't quite precise about the dragons," says the magician. "There are 2 dragons beneath the mountain," says Agnes, "and they are sleeping. You see, they were imprisoned there many generations ago by King Cliff because of the fighting." "What fighting? Where?" And the guards jump to attention. "The dragons. They were fighting and destroying the land, and until their fight is finally over, there will be no peace, and your tower will not stand." Vortigern takes a deep breath. "Okay, boy, what do we do about the dragons?" "Well now, what you need to do is dig a tunnel over there on the side of the mountain, release the dragons, let them finish their fighting, and when they finish, you can repair the mountain, build your fortress, and it will stay built." And he smiles in triumph. "Expensive." Time of the delay, he looks around at his advisors. The accountant is furiously doing his sums. The magician is trying to make a quiet exit, and the bard is thinking what a great song this is going to make. Fame, glory, freedom forever. And yes! Job security at last. And this continues. "Sire, you could sacrifice 100, nay, 1,000 boys like me, spread our blood knee-deep across the whole kingdom, and your tower will still not stand until the dragons have finished their battle." Vortigern looks at the boy and considers for a moment. He's become tired of the whole affair, but needs that fortress to see across the land. Without it, his kingdom is vulnerable to attack. "Okay," he says, "but if I find there are no dragons—" "No," responds Emrys, "but you will," he mutters to himself. And so the tunnel was dug, and lo and behold, as the engineers broke through, a honeyed sweet water spilled out from the mountain. There, beside the now drained lake, were indeed 2 sleeping dragons, a red dragon and a white dragon, trussed up and chained. Once freed from the bonds, the dragons awoke and stretched. They inspected their scarred bodies, healed wounds from their last fight. But in their hearts the hatred still brewed as they stepped out into the daylight and once more breathed the fresh mountain air. They slyly eyed each other. It started slowly. They had been asleep for so long that muscles and joints needed to flex. They prowled around each other, waiting for the first move. Suddenly they were airborne. Wings spread, teeth bared, claws readied. The red dragon breathed a great flame of fire. The white dragon responded with a breath of ice. A cloud of steam formed with the two breaths met, flame and ice falling to the ground as people desperately ran. Claws struck flesh, digging deep, and a scream that hadn't been heard for millennia once more reached out across the land. The battle had begun. Hour after hour, day after day, the battle continued, tooth and claw tearing at flesh, bones breaking, fire searing, ice freezing. The dragons grappled with each other. The land suffered too. Cabbages frozen, livestock scorched. The people cursing the king for bringing this torment upon them. The white dragon appeared to have the upper hand. The dread dragon was severely wounded, his back leg loosely broken, a great gash in his side, his shredded wings barely holding him aloft. Drawing on every last bit of strength, the red dragon gave one last breath of fire. The white dragon dodged the flame, and quickly the red dragon with all his might dug his claws into the side of the white dragon. Ribs crunched as the claws went deep, and a scream emitted from the white dragon that went to the core of the earth. Defeated, the white dragon left the land, never to be heard of again. The red dragon fell to the ground, so badly wounded that you couldn't tell what was red of blood and what red of skin. Regaining the little energy, the red dragon went back into the cave within the mountain and curled up to sleep. King Vortigern was a happy man. The people were happy. The fortress was built and didn't fall down again, and peace reigned across the land. Of the boy Emrys, he grew to be a most famous magician. The Bible to generations of kings, including the great Arthur. You may know of him as Merlin. As for the red dragon, he still slumbers under the Emrys. But if you ever visit Wales, you will see him honoured to this day as a red dragon. And his image is found everywhere. That's the
Hello. Hello, my name is Erendira. I am a priestess of Cerridwen, and I am from Mexico. And walking in the training of the wheel of Cerridwen, I discovered the forces of the dragons from the primary source of Cerridwen, the Dark Mother. And from her, I understood the emanation of the first forces of life from the great cauldron of darkness of Cerridwen. And those are the elemental forces of the dragons that balance in each cardinal point and that give life to the elements. The forces that sustain the creation emanated from the sacred vessel of our Dark Mother, Cerridwen. And those primal forces of creation gave life to the kingdoms, the mineral kingdom, the herbal kingdom, and the animal kingdom. In those kingdoms, the energies and information of the dragons are present as creative forces. And that is why we can work with dragons through the plants and through the minerals. And speaking of minerals, which are another of my big passions, I would like to share with you 4 minerals in which the information of the elemental dragons are present. And that's why we can work with the balance of our own elements. The first one is a dragon's blood jasper. It's very, very beautiful. In the fire element, I have found that the dragon's blood jasper connects us with the ancestral lineage that gave birth to the dragons. The dragon's blood jasper helps us to understand their primal strength, their different energies and elements. And when we use it in our daily work, it helps us to have the will to doing, help us to find our personal power and apply it to our will. This is very, very beautiful, a dragon's blood jasper. The next one is Petersite, the stone of tempest. In the water element, I found this beautiful mineral that gives us the strength of the water dragons and teach us how to balance our emotions. Petersite is known as the stone of the tempest because this is a particularity of the water element. The Petersite teaches us that the tempest is in our emotions. That's why the Petersite gives us the strength to recover our emotions and thus be neutral in times of chaos. Petersite is very good for balancing us in times of anxiety and to recover our state of mind. The next one is dragon obsidian. Oh, it's beautiful. In the earth element, I want to share with you a particular type of obsidian. Around the world, we have many types of obsidian, but this is exclusive from Mexico. We used to call it dragon obsidian or Huichol obsidian, Obsidiana Huichol. The Huichol tribe are the guardians of the peyote and the guardians of the land, were the great medicine born, the peyote. And from this land emerged this beautiful dragon obsidian. This tribe knows the changes of the earth, their phases, cycles, and they know how to work in a very, very sacred way with the Mother Earth, and that hold them and in which they are keepers of their knowledge. The dragon obsidian is very different. This is a dragon rainbow obsidian. Is different. It's very different because this dragon obsidian have little scales on it. The dragon obsidian is black and has the 4 colors of the elements in the shape of little scales: red, blue, green, and yellow. And this dragon obsidian teaches us how to know our own elements in our mind, our body, and our spirit. Also, it teaches us to have stability and how to be our own support, and since there, to support others who are in our way. Dragon obsidian helps us to work with our physical strength. It heals us from physical pain and opens our awareness to the fact that we are the same being working in union with our interior elements, mind, body, and spirit. It's very good. If you want a dragon obsidian, send me a message. And the last one is a black opal. I just have a bracelet, but you can see the colors of the black opal. It's like the universe. In the air element, I want to mention a one-of-a-kind mineral, the black opal. This beautiful opal teaches us the characteristic of the moment of the creation in the chaos. It's a completely dark mineral, and in every piece, we can see the colors of the universe, the power of the air that communicates us with the goddess and to everything that exists in her. The mineral that places us at the moment in which we are in the sacred womb of the goddess, in communication only with her. She who is nourishing and giving us a breath, her breath of life. The black opal helps us to work with our own guardian dragon, with our superior self. It opens our understanding to the things we cannot see. It helps us to receive information from Cerridwen, who is holding us in incompressive times. Those are some of the minerals which I have worked with related to the dragons as a primary forces of Cerridwen. There are some other options, very good to work with the elements as well, and with specific situations. If you want to talk with me about dragons, send me a message via Instagram or Facebook, and stay tuned for our monthly newsletter. It's very, very good. In this newsletter, I share a section about dragons, and I hope you enjoy these minerals. Thank you very much, and blessed be.
And now I'm going to talk just a little bit about the herbs. And the first one I'd like to mention, you probably have guessed, is the snapdragon. While it's not really a herb, it is a plant. And I'm sure we all remember playing with these as children, where you squeeze the edges and the mouth opens like a dragon's mouth. The corella resembles the dragon's mouth, hence its name. Its blooms are abundant and they remind us of the wonders of the dragons and the mystical energy, and that is always abundant for us. The flower has been used as a powerful totem or a talisman. Energies are protection and guidance and strength. It awakens the throat chakra, stimulating the will force into greater creative expression. It helps with clairvoyance. And the spirits of this flower have connections to the energies of all the dragons. The second herb, I'm sure you have all used in cooking, and that is basil or basil. And this is particularly inviting to dragons. It draws the basilic form of the dragon to you and into your environment. This is the dragon that is serpent-like. He breathes fire and he has a deadly venom. He kills with the look of its eyes. Think Harry Potter and the basilic that roamed through the pipes of Hogwarts. This plant protects the house and all within. It repels negativity of others. When you burn it as an incense, it draws the dragons to you. This symbol is the dragon of protection. And one of the things that you can do is you can plant 9, and the number 9 is sacred to the dragons. So you can plant 9 basil plants around your house, around your property, or sit them in pots if you don't have access to a garden. This is to bring the balance and make to bring power and make a balance. When the plant is mature, then you can dry the leaves and burn it as incense and open up to its magic. The last one I would like to speak of is the dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a resin. It's a fire element and it's ruled by Mars. The dragon's blood is harvested the same way myrrh and frankincense are harvested, by making a slit in the bark of the tree, and the resin oozes out and then it's dried. And as you can see here, this resin is red, hence the name blood, and it's called the dragon's blood. After this resin is dried, it looks like small red stones, but they're not very hard, and you can pulverize them very easily, making a dust or a powder that can be made into incense. It's also used for in cosmetics and for healing wounds. Dragon's blood is said to increase the potency of spells, especially spells for protection, for love, banishing spells, for sexuality, courage, and prosperity. You can also make an ink out of the dragon's blood and write with a quill pen and write your spells or your love notes. Shamans use this a lot in spiritual ceremonies. There are many other herbs that we could talk about, and a lot of them are culinary spices, which kind of surprised me. But each dragon has its own unique herbs that it works with. An example would be the fire dragon would use bay laurel, wood betony, and chamomile. The water dragon would use bay laurel, wood betony, chamomile, catnip, and lavender. The earth dragon might use catnip and chamomile, and the air dragon, clove, lavender, or pine. But all of the dragons use dragon's blood, frankincense, juniper, myrrh, and sandalwood. And you notice that these are all resins. So those are just a few, but there are many, many more that the dragons work with. Thank you. Blessed be.
And then we start. Hi, I'm Jenny. I am a sister of Cerridwen on Spiral 2, and I'd like to take you through a beautiful sacred dance, calling in the dragons of the air. So this is a circle dance. So we start each of the sequences with a very few simple movements. So we go once to the left, to the right, front, and back. And then
My deepest apologies. I forgot to share screen again. There you go. Thank you for letting me know.
hi, I'm Jenny. I am a sister of Cerridwen on Spiral 2, and I'd like to take you through a beautiful sacred dance, calling in the dragons of the air. So this is a circle dance. So we start each of the sequences with a very few simple movements. So we go once to the left, to the right, front, and back. And then we start our circle dance with our first movement, which is calling to the dragons of the air. So we take our left leg, just hitch up the skirt, take our left leg behind the right, curtsy, and we call in the dragons of the air. Then we go to the left, the right, front, and back. And then we start to weave with the wings. So we take our hands into this snake-like movement, feeling the energy of the dragons. We bring this into our bodies, taking our hips in a figure of 8, into the infinity sign with our hips, and then to the left, to the right, front, and back. And finally, we then turn and click, dancing with the dragons, the air. And we just take a couple of breaths together before we start our next sequence. So I'm going to put some music on. Follow me. So we first take our left hand and lay that down, our right hand lay that down. Close our eyes and just visualize this green, blue light that connects us. We start our sacred circle dance with the left, to the right, front, and back. Calling to the dragons, the air. To the left, to the right, front, and back. Weaving with the wings, bring us down to our bodies. To the left, to the right, front, and back. That's the dragons. Take a couple of breaths here with our hands on our knees. To the left, right, front, and back. Going to the dragons. To the left, to the right, front, and back. Feeling the connection, bringing it into our bodies. To the left, right, front, back. Look down to the dragons. Taking the hands from our hearts, feeling this connection. Over to the left, to the right, front, going to the dragons. To the left, to the right, front, leaving. Release into the body. Down to the dragons. Feel this connection. We came together one last time. To the left. Maybe just dance a little bit more with the dragons to finish. Feeling this connection. More. We bring our hands to our hearts. Thank you, these beautiful guardians of the air, blessing me.
And now I'd like to read you just a short story called Stewards of the Earth, or I like to call it The Dragons and the Phoenix. It's Ted Andrews from the Animal Speak workbook. Some of you may be familiar with. Long ago, even before time was recorded, the dragon was the guardian of all of the animals. He was the greatest and most powerful. And because of that, the humans were afraid of him. It was this alone which prevented the humans from harming the animals. Unfortunately, as the ages passed, the humans stopped believing and they stopped respecting the dragon. And because they no longer believed, they no longer feared the dragons. So more and more animals began to be harmed. Many species disappeared from the earth. Nature was being hurt and disrespected. And the dragon was saddened by all of this. He could no longer do his job, so he decided it was time to leave. The dragon was married to the phoenix. She was the great bird of rebirth who rose from her own ashes. And she saw his great sorrow, and she tried to console him, but she couldn't. She knew that once he made his mind up, that there was no changing it. And so she watched and she waited and she watched and she waited. Discouraged and frustrated, the dragon prepared to give up his guardianship. If people did not believe, there was no reason for him to stay. And so he faced the sun and he inhaled his own fire and that of the sun. And he began to swell, growing larger and larger until he exploded and flew into millions of pieces. The phoenix watched with great love and sorrow as he exploded, and she allowed herself to go up in flames. A great wind caught her ashes and swirled them amidst the pieces of the dragon, and they attached themselves. And as each ash touched a piece of the dragon, there was a flash of fire, and a beautiful red-tailed hawk was born. The red-tailed hawk soared into the sky. And to this day, the red-tailed hawk sits perched, watching the world, born of dragon and phoenix. His spirit is now the true guardian of the animal world. And whenever you see perched high upon a tree or a pole, this is a reminder of the guardianship of the dragon and the phoenix, alive within the hawk and still alive around the world. Those who become guardians of nature, protectors of animals, and stewards of the earth, they come to be known as dragon hawks. Blessed be. And now it is time to say farewell to the dragons. Farewell to you, O dragons fair, fire, water, earth, and air. Together we make magic well, by power deep and dragon spell. Go peace, in peace go now, return once more to teach the magic of ancient lore. Draconius, Draconius, Draconius. Blessed be.
Good evening. Please turn with me once more to the southeast as we say thank you to Cerridwen of love, Callan O'Gariad. Thank you for your loving energies. With you and the dragons dancing round us tonight, may our hearts be filled with your red, warm love to carry us through this next week. Cerridwen of love, farewell and bide well in your temple.
Thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here. Karen.
Lisa?
Here we go. No, that's it?
No, Lisa? The rest of the directions need to bid the guide us to do. Yes. And mute.
I didn't do a direction.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sarah. Raventree.
I didn't call in a dragon.
No, not the dragons, the goddess.
Okay. Turn with me to the southwest. Cerridwen, you have been with us tonight in Sacred Circle. With the love of the Dark Mother, I bid you farewell. Bide well in your temple, Mother of mystery and magic, blessed be.
Blessed be.
Open the circle.
Eileen.
Cerridwen Initiatrix. Thank you, Lady, for the transformation that you have showed us tonight, the potential that you have sown. Thank you for being with us at every stage of that journey. Farewell and bide well in your temple, Cerridwen Initiatrix, Lady of Death and Rebirth of Transformation. Blessed be.
Tapashiv Cerridwen, Gleich Borianach, Cerridwen Suanraig. Thank you for bringing your healing with us tonight, healing that some of us need most dearly. We thank you for the healing energies of the dragons as they place their wings around our shoulders. We thank you for your plants, for your flowers, for the energies that they bring to us. And we thank you for helping us to heal each other tonight, knowing that in this sacred space, with Cerridwen Kin brothers and sisters, the healing energy, the loving energy that is around us, we thank you for that. Farewell and bide well in your temple, Cerridwen Suanraig. Blessed be.
Visitas, can you please mute? Donna, I'm not seeing her block here.
She might have gone. I'm sorry. I don't see it either. Okay, so we can close the circle then, or open it.
We thank you, Cerridwen, for your beautiful presence in this Dark Moon ritual. This circle is open but unbroken. May the love of Cerridwen, our Dark Mother, be forever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you, everyone, for participating in our Dark Moon ritual and with spending time with the goddess and her dragons. I would just like to say that since there was some trouble with Flora's video, we will try and post it so that you all can hear it a little better. It'll be in the YouTube channel or someplace, but we will post it so that you can hear it because it was lovely. Thank you. So we'll stop the recording and you can unmute and say hi to each other. Thank you all, everyone.